Good evening, everybody. Good evening, y'all. Impromptu live stream. It's an impromptu live stream. Right. Impromptu live stream. What's up, Daniel? How's it going, man? Hey, how's your channel? How's your channel going, man? With all the new sports, man? Hopefully everything's going well for you over there. What's up, Jen? How you doing, Jen? Long time no see over here. How you been? Well, I haven't really been doing no live streams. Can't say nothing. Can't say nothing. I haven't really been doing nothing. What's up, Mike? How's it going, man? How's you doing? You out there working? They're keeping you company today? Out there working. I would just say that. Always working or sleeping when you are what? Sleeping? Why are you sleeping? I do my live streams early in the afternoons, early evening. Talk about sleeping. I'm getting too much sleep. We might have to do a reaction video. We're gonna do a reaction. Yeah. So who's out there lurking in the background, not saying hi? Yes, on Saturday, that's my sleep till midday, mid-afternoon day. That's sick. Where's my soda? I need beverage. Do a live stream without some beverage if in here. Can't do a live stream without the beverage. Should we do a reaction to Pedro's newest video? He said he's embarrassed to be here in America, I guess. Should we watch that? Should we do a live stream regarding it? Why are people embarrassed to be in their country? I don't get it. I don't get it. What do you watch on TV or watch on the news that makes you so embarrassed when you got people trying to fix a country that's been broken for so long? Why the fuck are you embarrassed? And if you're embarrassed, why are you even here? That's my question. Why are you embarrassed? What's up, Jay? I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it because things don't? I don't know. I don't know how you can sit here and be embarrassed of your country when you got people trying to fix the country, get it back to the way it's supposed to be, and everybody's upset and embarrassed and this and that. I don't understand it. I don't understand people's mindset. It's that the left and the liberal media has got so many people twisted nowadays. I don't know what to say with these people, man. Don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. But see, I think about it. We can go to sleep at night without having to worry about missiles raining down on us. True. Monster Dash, what's up, guys? Yeah, true. Definitely true. We got a lot better than most places. So to sit there and say we're embarrassed to be here, that's kind of crazy. Greatest country in the world. And people that live here think it's an embarrassment. Like the fuck? Go to you know what? I want some of these people. I would wish they would go to these other countries and see what it's like. See what it's like, and then come back to America. But I guess, like I said, the system's been broken for so long. Somebody comes in, wants to fix it, get it back on track, and not everybody can handle it. I guess not everybody can handle it. So I guess they're just used to the broken system and living in the broken system so long that they forgot what America is about and what America has been about. And so it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. But we're gonna we should do a reaction too. We'll do a reaction. Let me pull up YouTube's here. Of course, always in fair use. Always in fair use, of course. Let's see. Let's see. I think I heard someone say that in North Korea they can't control what type of. Oh no shit. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, that's kind of. Serb has the answers. Okay, well tell Serb to come on over. We'll have a discussion with Serb. Everybody thinks they have the answers. Everybody thinks they have the answers. Go.
Okay, let's try.
Let's go to share the screen. Share the screen. Share the screen. Hey, Jeffrey, what's up? Window on YouTube. Share the screen. So we're going to do a reaction to Pedro's latest video. So go ahead and watch it and see what we can react to it, what we think about it.
Try to work through this one voice at a time.
I spent months building the perfect.
We can't forget something.
I have a question for you guys in today's video. Love some honesty, some vulnerability.
Oh, that's not. He said he wants some honesty, so can't get mad at me for doing a reaction. Can't get mad at me for doing a reaction video. You said you wanted it. So let me turn it up so everybody can hear. What's going on? I get it back up. Oh, Jesus. What is with fucking StreamYards, man? Come on, dude. What is up with StreamYards, man? I swear to God, dude. Kid. StreamYard decides to catch up. This fucking bullshit. I swear to God, dude. This does this every fucking time for no fucking reason. See, now it's like stuck on stupid. I swear, dude. It's switching my shit over here, and it's like, come on, dude. It's ridiculous. Maybe it doesn't want me to do a fucking review on it. I don't fucking know. Go back to where we were. Jeez. Swear to God, dude. It's ridiculous. Here we- Back to where we were.
Solar.
All right. Go back over here, share it. Share screen. Share screen. Screen. Share screen. Share screen. All right, here we go. All right, let's see if it works this time. Come on, StreamYard, let's do this. Oh, see, there it goes. Already wanted them to fuck up. Here we go. Let's get some commercials.
Sucks. That's what most
What's
people
up,
think
Vegas?
when they hear about solar in Las Vegas. And they're right.
It does suck.
Who wants to send all of
It
their
does suck. Okay, we can't forget something. We're going to find out what it is. If you guys haven't seen this already, this is a reaction to Pedro's. I'm embarrassed for us. My thoughts on a lost America. I don't think America's lost, but we'll see what we have to say. Let's do this.
I got a question for you guys in today's video, and I would love some honesty, some vulnerability, some perspective.
Okay, so I'm giving my perspective and my honesty and everything reacting to your video. So we don't need to get upset. This is what you're asking for. So let's do it.
Some facts and or opinions, whatever you have, because
No, can't really have facts. You can't. I don't know the whole facts and opinion stuff, but we'll see. If your opinions include facts, that'd be much better. Let's see.
I'm embarrassed right now with the state of this country. And that's going to trigger a lot of you guys. I'm going to lose some support. You guys are going to feed me some things that you believe. I'm okay with all those things because this is my channel and I have a platform. And if I can't use it to spark debate, conversation, dialogue, really, forget the word debate. There's no debate here. It's embarrassing. We are an embarrassment right now in some ways for many different reasons, regardless of what side you're on of things or what you agree or where you lean.
I don't know what do you guys feel that's embarrassing about what's going on right now? What do you got? I don't see anything embarrassing about what's going on, but what about you guys?
Things are embarrassing. The way people are talking, who they're talking about, how they're presenting ourselves, what's being tweeted out, what's being talked about, the word.
I don't know. Let's see. Trying to stop wars in the Middle East, trying to rid our country of a bunch of illegals from all countries, not just one. Trying to get a lot more control back to the states versus everything being controlled by the federal government. Trying to get people off of mooching off the system. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that. I don't know what's wrong, but let's see.
Is being used. It is embarrassing. That's my opinion. I make these videos every once in a while because I'm a passionate person. I'm passionate, and maybe I watch too much. Maybe I involve myself or watch too much that's really I should not. Okay.
Stay away from CNN. Not good. Don't watch CNN.
Maybe.
Don't watch mainstream liberal media. Another bad. Don't watch that.
Hypocrisy and level of ignorance right now we are facing within groups in this country. It makes me angry. It makes me angry. So
Has there been a lot of hypocrisy? I haven't seen a lot of hypocrisy, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
This video, is, in my opinion, we are forgetting what this country was founded on. We're sidestepping Constitution, human rights.
I don't know of anybody who's getting their human rights stomped on. I would like to know what that means. How are we overstepping the Constitution? I don't know what that means because I haven't seen any of that either. I've seen pushing the Constitution's level of what it means or what it doesn't mean, but that's not stepping on the Constitution. And I don't know of anybody who's lost any kind of human rights here in the United States. I don't know where that comes from, but I would like to know who's losing human rights. That's what I would like to know.
Dignity and respect. People will use certain books, but only read out of those books what pertains to them and what's relevant, but not all. I'm embarrassed, man. And that's okay to feel that way because I have a level of expectation upon this country to do better. And I think we failed that mark for
Yep, you're exactly right. This country's been broken for a long time, and now we got somebody in the Oval Office trying to get it back the way it should be, trying to get it fixed. And unfortunately, because people don't like the way he's fixing it, the way it should be, that's the problem. That's the problem I see with all you people, everybody, is you're used to a broken system. And because you don't like the system trying to be returned back to the way it was, everything's now, in your eyes, broken or it's being done wrong or whatever. But let's go.
sense. And there is not one person responsible. There are.
Well, I don't know. For the last 12 or 16 years, there's been a specific group that has, we know that has ran this country, and they ran it into the ground and a bunch of stupid shit. So I think we can say one group for sure to have control for the last 12 of the 16 years. Yeah. So we'll go.
Few, if not many. So this isn't a video bashing one or one group of individuals. It's a collective. I'm embarrassed.
And we can bash the one group right now because they're holding up the government. Government's shut down because they want to add stuff that has nothing to do with what needs to be done with keeping the government open. So yeah, we can bash the one group because they're the problem. They're the ones holding up the government right now. Resolution passed in the House, but now the Senate wants to add on their bunch of bullshit, extra money that doesn't need to be spent, that's not going to get spent. And so they're holding up the government. So yeah, we can blame. There is a group of people we can blame. There's a group of people we can blame that wanted to run the last 4 years where it was more important to have men and women's bathroom, to have little kids, thinking that little kids can transition into something other than what they are. I think we can pretty much bash a specific group that has, been the majority of the problem, that allowed fucking multiple riots go uncontrolled. I think we can. There's a specific group we can talk about that, whose governments or put us in a huge deficit, overspending on shit that wasn't needed, and still trying to push that, stuff like that. Trying to give amnesty to millions and millions and millions of illegal people, spending our money, our tax dollars on millions and millions of people that don't deserve it. I think we can bash one specific group of people a little bit on that. So let's go.
I love living here. I love the privileges. I love the convenience, the overall safety. And I'm speaking for myself. Other people might feel different, and that's okay because it's your life, your perspective. I do gig work in St. Louis.
It's not necessarily their life or their perspective. Depends on where you live. Let's go to New York. You're not safe. No bail. Let criminals out. Let's look at all the illegal aliens that have killed people, that have been let out of jail, that don't get held by jails because they have these sanctuary cities, California, Oregon. Look at what's happening in Oregon right now. All these cities that are run rampant by blue people that just let crime run rapid. They want to protect the people other than their own citizens. I think it's what's happening in America and why people are fed up and want things changed for the better is because of those exact reasons. They're tired of living in this bullshit. So
I see a lot. I live in a city that's not very safe depending on where you go.
Ran by somebody blue, if I'm not mistaken.
I've seen a lot, been a part of a lot. I deal with a lot of different walks of life from all over the world. Just in St.
Is St. Louis a sanctuary city? Let's see here. Let me make sure I get my facts right. Blue. Let's see. Okay, yeah, St. Louis, y'all are one of the predominantly blue. Let's see. St. Louis mayor, Democrat or Republican? Oh yeah, Democrat. See, it's ran by a Democrat, so we know. Let's see. Let's see. Let's look at their. Are they a sanctuary city? Yes, sanctuary city status. Yep. Yeah. So I don't know. You tell me why your crime is rampant. You guys don't want to put criminals away and deliver freak. How you doing? No what? Delivery freaks. No what? What are you saying no to? What's going on in Oregon right now? The Antifa people and all the people attacking the ICE facilities and stuff like that. You haven't watched any news? It's all over the news. Welcome, delivery freaks. How you doing? But let's continue.
Lewis. It's actually more diverse than many probably know. Or maybe, you think it's where he's in Missouri. It's the middle of America. It's actually pretty diverse here. It's not New York. It's not LA. It's up there. I could drive down South Grand and see, I don't know, one.
Most states are diverse. Everybody's diverse. It's America. Every city, every state is diverse for the most part.
Different nations represented. That's not an exaggeration. I love living here, but I also know the faults in our history of this country and our society. And that's why I say I'm embarrassed. We tend to forget what's happened, what history tells us, what people are marginalized or impacted.
I'm not knowing who's being marginalized. I don't know of anybody being marginalized right now or any of that. So I don't know what that means.
And still currently now, in all walks of life. There are a lot of people that are mad because maybe they got a taste of their own medicine. Once again, I'm just embarrassed. I make these videos because I like to get your guys' pulse. We're gig drivers, right? I get it. We're gig drivers. We're just gig drivers. We deliver food for a living, but actually we're a big part of this country. And many people that do this work are immigrants, documented or undocumented. It's fact.
Okay, so the immigrants that are documented are allowed to be here. Yeah, they're more than welcome to. The illegal immigrants, no, they should not be on here. And I don't call them, they're illegal aliens. No, they shouldn't be on the platforms. So.
I would say 8 out of 10 people that I see in my marketplace, in my zone, appear to be first or second generation.
Okay, I don't know how you can tell that just by looking at people. I don't know, what is a first or second generation Nigerian looks like? What does a second or first generation Indian look like? What does a second or first generation Russian look like? What does a first generation, I don't know, Polish person look like? So I don't know how you can tell that, but because from what I know, all the people that have been are rampant in our country. They range from little kids all the way up to older adults. So I don't know how you know that or can tell that, but first generation Jamaican, what do those look like? I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what a first or second generation Puerto Rican looks like. I don't know. I don't think you can just tell that by looking at somebody. If I walked outside and looked at my neighbor, I cannot tell if my neighbor is a first generation or second generation Hispanic. I can't do that. So I don't know how we figure that shit out, but if he has that power, then more, What's up, Corolla? How you doing? Let's see. I don't watch the news. Spreads too much hate, both sides. Okay, well, what do you mean on both sides? What is hatred on let's say the right side. What hatred are we spreading? What hatred are we spreading? I love when people say that kind of stuff. And Jinx, I'm not picking on you, but when you say, well, who's spreading hate on the right side? Who's spreading hate? And what do you mean by spreading hate? What is the right side doing that's so hateful? That's what I would like to know.
Or they've been here for 2 years or less.
Or show me one news thing where they're like perpetuating hate on other people. Not like the left where they do that all the time, but
That's not a generalization. That's not an assumption. Me, my eyeballs, 8 out of 10. If you live in St. Louis and you're in Webster Groves, South St. Louis, that you know exactly what I'm talking about. So what's happening impacts us gig drivers, clearly. I know a lot of you guys are like, hey, I just want tips and tricks. I want you to be mad at the non-tipping customers. You know what? I'm mad at just the state of all the things that are happening and what I believe we are not recognizing what's really happening.
I hope you're going to tell us what's really happening here. I'd like to know what's really happening here. I hope you tell us that.
I'm embarrassed, man.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, 118.
But what do? We're a great country, a great nation that's actually done a lot of stuff, but we can't forget our history. We cannot forget how we had these luxuries, how we gained them.
You know how we gained them? Hundreds of thousands of men have died to gain what we got. 1776. Remember that date? Millions, probably hundreds of thousands have died to get what we have, to run this country and to do this country the way we have. Nobody forgot history. Nobody's forgotten history. People want to rewrite history, but I don't think they forgot about history. Americans earn their right to have everything they have, and they continue to earn that right. That's why people are so pissed off when people just jump the border and come over and think they can get those rights and those privileges. So,
how we acquired them.
We acquired them just like any other fucking country acquired them. Multiple wars. We've had to fight wars to... All countries have done the same thing. Our country is no different on how we acquired land, how we acquired everything. It's no different. All countries do it.
Who did that? How our great-grandfather got here. We cannot.
Who's forget? I don't understand. What do you mean? Who's forgetting it? My great grandfather or my grandfather, he was legal. My grandmother, legal. Everybody came here legally. So I don't know what we're talking about. Like, what's up, Bobby? I don't know what you're saying. Why would people forget where their grandpas come from? A lot of grandpas were fucking born here in America, so I don't know what that means. And you can't conflate legal immigration or immigration that happened in the 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s, prior to immigration laws being enforced or made. You can't conflate the two. You can't. It's a different time. Laws changed. I'm sure in 1902, some places it was legal to do nasty stuff to a horse. Laws have changed. Laws have always changed. So you can't conflate the two, because my great grandfather or my grandfather, who come here from Italy, migrated from Italy. The immigration laws were totally different back then. Grandmother, same thing. Everything's different. So you can't conflate the two. Their laws have been put in place. So to sit there and say that, okay, my grandpa or great-grandpa came from Poland in 1905, the immigration stuff was different back then. That's why we create laws, we create borders. It's different back then. So you can't really put the same two things. You can't put the two things together. Can't do that because laws change.
I'm so tired. When I made the video the other day saying I'm tired of this, a lot of you guys look at the comments, you thought I was talking about gig work. I was not just talking about gig work. I am tired of feeling embarrassed by how some people speak, how we speak to generals and people out there, how we speak of groups of individuals.
How we speak to generals? Oh, I assume when you say that, you're talking about Pete Hegseth, our Secretary of War, that said he's tired of walking around seeing a bunch of fat-ass generals. Yeah, there's a reason. You're in the military. You're required in the military to be in physical shape. And how, if you're a big fat general, how can you, as a big fat general, sit there and uphold other people accountable for fitness standards or any kind of standards when you don't meet those standards for yourself? So yes, he's going out there and he's calling people, the people that he's calling they're fat because they're fat. And you can't be a representative of military and look like a big fat slob. It doesn't work that way. You're in the military. You're supposed to be in fighting shape, the ability to be in fighting shape at all times. And if your generals, the people that are leading you, are big piles of blubber, you can't really. It's like, how should we say it? You can't expect your soldiers to uphold certain standards if you're not upholding those standards yourself. So yeah, you had every right to call them out because they're supposed to set the standards. They're the highest members of the military. They are the head honchos of the military. It's their responsibility to make sure the lower ranks are doing what they're supposed to be doing and be ready and in shape to do that stuff. And if they're not that themselves, he has every right to call it out. So I don't have a problem with that.
I'm tired of the division. I'm sick of it. It's basically almost 2026, and not a lot has changed. It's gross.
No, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. So a lot has changed. So
we've done better. We can do better. A lot of people are just mad. And the fear mongering is working on all sides.
No, most of the fear mongering is coming from the one specific side. When you're out there shooting people on a regular basis, you're attacking facilities and people trying to do their jobs that they've been hired to do. I think that's one side that is showing majority of the fear mongering. They're the ones causing the problem. Yeah, I know, Bobby, but I gotta play it. Is this a safe space? Yeah, just don't come here doing anything all wild and crazy. You're cool.
With many different people, of many different, and I for one I'm over it, man. We have so much here. We have an excess of food, an excess of resources, homes.
That is not true. All resources are finite. There's no excess of anything. Everything is finite resource. There's places, aka Vegas, Nevada, water issues, where we have water issues. So everything is not just an excess of everything. So I beg to differ on that.
Space. We have excess. And just because people want to inflate the excess, inflate this, and profit on every single grain of everything, that's why we have some issues we have here.
It's called capitalism. The place you love, remember? The place that gives you the opportunity to make the money you're making on a daily basis. It's called capitalism. And people own stuff. If I own a lot down the street, of course I'm gonna expect people to pay for those. I'm not giving it away for free. And even if we do have excess of, let's say, land, food, that doesn't mean you can just run our borders and jump over and we should just give it to you. That's not how it works. So, exactly, Bobby, exactly.
I know I'm going to lose some of y'all. I This is my channel. And I will say, I have my word. That's all I have. My integrity, my morals, I have my voice. And I can make another video about this order and about that. And it might get a few extra 100 views versus this one. I don't care. This is me. And I am embarrassed. I'm tired. I'm angry. I hate clicking on the news and seeing another lie. I really.
Well, I hope you would give us examples. What are you seeing on the news that's a lie? If you're watching liberal media, yeah, you're going to see a lot of lies. Remember, they wanted to lie about what happened to Mr. Kirk. Let's see, they want to lie about what's really going on when it comes to the riots. Everything's a peaceful protest, even though we see it's riots. Yeah, like tell us what the lies are. What lies are you seeing that, I would like to know. We can have a debate on this, or we can have a discussion.
I'm going to leave you with this challenge at the 8-minute mark of this video. Please read a book and do some research. Please.
Current issues, what's going on in our country, isn't in the books. Isn't in any books right now. You can read the history of how we got here and what led us to where we're at right now, but you can't really. What's going on right now is not going to be in any books.
I'm imploring and begging you. Actually, do me a favor if you rock with me. Do some research. It'll take you an hour. Give me an hour. Do some research on what was happening in Puerto Rico in the 60s and 70s.
Okay, it doesn't take an hour. You can Google and look it up. We won. We had to. First of all, we won 18. I think it was 1889 or 1898. We won in a war, Spanish-American War. We won Puerto Rico, so Puerto Rico was ours already. So, you don't have to do an hour. Well, even doesn't matter what's going on. It's U.S. territory. So.
50s, 60s, 70s. How it came to be a territory of America. Do that for me.
It became a territory of America in 1889 or 1898 when the Spain signed it over to the United States after the Spanish-American War. So it was long before it was a U.S. territory long before the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Do not.
All right, there we go. We did a quick one in there. A quick review of the channel. I'm a citizen of the world. Yes, we're all citizens, but you're actually a citizen of one specific spot. You're technically not a citizen of the world, because all the world, different countries, different. They have their own citizenship. So. Let's see. I'm trying to understand what the point of the video was. He's embarrassed to be an American right now, apparently, because of things that are happening in America. So he's embarrassed to be an American. Let me put the link. He's embarrassed to be an American, apparently. But it has nothing to do with he is not an immigrant. He is a U.S. citizen. Exactly. Well, he's embarrassed about what he's seen on the news. Apparently, Pete, he said something about calling the generals, talking to generals, which I'm assuming he's talking about Hegseth, when he was having a speech about them being fat and they need to get back in shape. The military needs to get back in shape. Shit like that. So he didn't get into too specifics. So, kind of hard to do, a good review because there's nothing specific in there. You know what I'm saying? It may be your channel, but if no one watches, the people watch this channel. So. Let's see. Americans should respect all immigrants. Donald Trump needs to recognize where we came from. Okay. First of all, Americans recognize all immigrants. Legal immigration is recognized, no problem. Most people have no problem with legal immigration. And these, what do you mean he needs to recognize where we came from? Yes, we're a melting pot. We came from all over, but there's a difference between settling a country and then illegally immigrating to a country. There's a difference. We were settlers. We came and settled this country. It's not just, has nothing to do with where we came from. We were settlers. This is new land. We took it and we built it. Well, yeah, everybody has the ability to come here and have a better life for themselves. Yes, of course, respect that. But you got to do it the right way. You just can't do it the way you feel you want to do it and then expect everybody to accept it. No, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And right now, if you're watching the news, you see the situation with the Iowa superintendent, the superintendent of the largest school district in Iowa, been in the country illegally since 1999, a convicted criminal, was caught by ICE, 4, 5, 6 days ago, illegal guns in his car, all kinds of stuff. So there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And nobody has any problem with the people doing it the right way. So yeah, you can respect it. Come here, do it the right way. It's not a problem. The people that are doing it the wrong way that people have issues with. He's trying to find a new avenue to get his views up. Yeah, I don't know. I think he does. I don't know. I think we all come from immigrants. No, we come from settlers. There's a difference, Bobby. We come from settlers. If your ancestors were from Germany and they came over, I don't know, he rode the Mayflower from Columbus. They're settlers, not immigrants. There's difference. If you're 100% American and your family came over here at 1776, fought the wars, is that you're a settler. You're not technically an immigrant. Settlers. And like I said, so no, there's a difference. There's a difference between people that settle and people that immigrate to somewhere. There's a difference there. There is a difference there. I heard you say deport all Mexicans. That's not true. I've never said that at all. That's a complete lie. So that's a complete lie. So I may have said that all Mexicans that are here illegally back to where they came from, but I've never said deport all Mexicans. No. You're just making some shit up. Has anybody been in a freak off? You crazy, Vegas. Ain't gonna be no freak offs for the next 4 years, bro. Well, he might be getting this freak off. He might be getting this freak off in prison for the next 4 years. No, that's fine. That's fine. But no, I've never said deport all Mexicans. I said all illegal immigrants need to go, and that includes Hispanics, that includes Arabs, that includes China people. But I've never said deport all Mexicans. Yeah, Vegas thing. Ain't none of us rolling in that atmosphere to be at no Diddy party hitting the freak off, bro. Sorry, no, none of us roll that deep. None of our pockets are that deep, bro, to be rolling in no freak offs. Yeah, but he might get getting this freak off. He got 4 years and 2 months. So he got 4 years, 2 months. So he's gonna be getting his freak off, all right. He likes the booty hole apparently anyway, so he likes watching other dudes do it in the booty hole and get it in the booty hole. So he should be right at home with all the freak offs in prison. The superintendent being here illegally just proves the vetting system, background system. Exactly, Bobby. And now the city where he was, they're backtracking. Oh, it wasn't our fault. It was the vetting process. It was this. It was that. So yeah, now they're trying to backtrack on it. But the day it happened, and the couple days after it happened, Bobby, they were like, free him. He did nothing wrong. But that goes to show you that they just jump on the bandwagon and think it's automatically, oh, it's a race thing or it's this thing. Because they were backing him up, bro. They were backing him up until they found out who he was. And the news and the people did the investigation, found out who he was. Now they're totally backtracking. So it just goes to show you, their first impression was, oh, they're doing it because he's black, or they're doing it this, doing that. That was their first impression. So that's the problem we have. When ICE goes after you, when ICE is out there going after you, they know who they're going after. They're not fucking stupid. They have all the information they need to get you. That's how they get you. They know this. He had a deportation order from 2024. They know who they're getting. So when people sit there and say, oh, they're just doing it. Yeah, because they just had nothing better to do to round up a random black guy driving down the road. No, they know who they're going after, and they know who they get. They know this. So the automatic assumption that, he did nothing wrong, blah, blah. And they didn't even know. Convicted criminal, lied about his whole backstory. You guys didn't vet him properly, which you could very easily do. But no, see, that's the problem. People, the first thought is everything's being done. Oh, it's because of this, because of that. No, it's because they know who they're going after. They're not dumb. So Bobby likes freak offs. Possible. Hey, Seven, what's up? How you doing? That is my mistake. You are probably right. See, we can have a positive forward mind. Exactly. I tend to have most of my discussions are pretty much forward in what I say and stuff like that. I look at things from all sides. I look at everything from all points of view and all sides. I don't automatically think, because I'm a conservative person, that everything on the right is right. No, there are some things that probably could be fixed, or maybe, or in the process of being fixed, or it could be fixed better. But, I'm not going to say, and it is what it is. So. Let's see, we no longer have free will at the lounge, and it's being dictated on the lady. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to talk about his channel. He runs it the way he wants to run it. So it's his channel. So, I'm not going to say anything bad about it. It's his channel. It's always been run by him and how he wants it ran. So more power to him. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Wonder if he would want the digital ID that other countries are starting to push. I don't know. But see, also, Bobby, when it comes to that superintendent, he was signed up to vote. Maryland, another blue fucking crappy state that doesn't want voter IDs, that don't do that. He's able to vote in Maryland. He's on their voter registrations, bro. So these cities and these states are allowing this to happen. So it's a poor setup. And when you have these cities that are blue and they don't want to vet people properly, they just want to take everything as is. Oh, he's a man of color. He must be fine. We'll just do this. They let that shit slip through the cracks, bro. So. It's scary thinking you really don't know who's teaching kids in school. That's exactly. We just had one here that got arrested. I guess she's been a teacher since 2004, over 20 years. She just got hit with child abuse charges, beating on kids in her class. So yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's not like it used to be, bro, to be honest with you. Yeah, they let anybody be. I don't know, man. They let every crazy person possible be a fucking teacher nowadays. The standards on being a teacher have went way down, bro. Compared to when we grew up in our ages, yeah, the standards have went way down. Because that's the problem with what's going on right now, is because teachers aren't respected or not given, what they feel, what they deserve pay wise. They're just, anybody willing to take the job, they'll just stick them in there. And that's the problem. That's the problem we have. It's kind of like fast food restaurants. Just grab who you can grab. As long as their background check comes back, okay, and they went to school for math or something, they get to be a teacher. There's no real, not like back in the days, I'm sure there was a lot stronger vetting and shit of all that. So, but now it's just, we got to fill the spots. Like I said, it's like fast food workers. We just got to fill the spots. So we're just going to throw people in there. And then nobody, checks on it. Nobody bothers to check on it and shit like that. And because nobody wants to get, I don't want to be picked on. I don't want to be the one picking on people, because you're going to get sued. We are all underpaid thanks to conservatives. And that's not the conservatives that are making you underpaid. It's not that. It's not the conservatives. The conservatives have nothing to do with what you're being paid. The company you work for has to do with what you're being paid. Because there are a lot of companies out there that pay very well. We'll take fast food. Look at In-N-Out Burger. Family-owned restaurant, conservative values, and they pay their people superb money. It's the company you work for. It's not the who's in office is why you're being paid less. It's who you choose to work for. If you choose to work for a company that wants to only pay minimum wage, that has nothing to do with conservatives. That has nothing to do with conservatives. That has to do with the people you work for. That's called greed. That's called people want to, they have investors and, they got to pay for those investors, so corporate greed is a huge part. Yeah. It's just people, want money. It's all about money. So, but it's not whether it's conservative or liberal, that has nothing to do with it. That has to do with your company, because there's liberal companies out there that pay you just as much minimum wage as any other fucking conservative company will pay you minimum wage. So that's not even how that works. That just depends on your company. See, yeah, that's crazy, Bobby. That's what I'm talking about. No. That's what I'm talking about. It's, and then when she leaves, because she'll find something that is going to pay her better, either a private teaching job, a tutoring job or something, then it'll be like, oh my God, they'll just throw somewhere in her spot. Instead of trying to keep her, being that she's a good teacher and this and that, they'll just throw some fucking whatever in there to fill the spot. Oh yeah. Well, that's when you think about it, Bobby, that's really, they borrowed the money, and they're the ones that keep the company running. The investors is what keep the money running. They keep it flowing. So if you don't keep you don't keep your bankroll happy, you ain't gonna have a bankroll. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep the bankroll happy. So, but guess what? Living in America, we can all start our own business. We have that opportunity. We can make our own businesses. That's one of the privileges we have as being a citizen of this country, is we can have our own business. So anybody that has an issue with what's going on with the country as far as capitalism, the pay wage or pay gap, whatever you want to call it, start your own business, and then you can pay your people how you want, and you can, do everything you want for yourself. That's one of the best privileges there is in America. Start the American dream. Get yourself your own business. Then you don't have to worry about what other corporations do, you know? What's up, Jody? How you doing? I'm not hating from a business standpoint. I get it. No, I know you're not hating, Bobby. I know you're not hating at all. How you doing, Jody? Long time no see. How you been? Okay. Basically, endless ways to make money. Yeah, it's businesses are extremely hard and to be successful in. The average business goes under in 3 years. You know, that's the biggest thing when it comes to business, Bobby, is finding that niche. The niche is finding something that's going to work. You know, that's going to set your business apart. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the hardest thing right now is finding something that's going to separate you from the rest, you know. Because even the long-time businesses are having issues, you know. But it doesn't help when you have liberal media on the news telling everybody they're going to be poor, they're going to be this or that. Then people don't want to spend money. They don't want to do shit. And they're causing the problem. They're causing the problem. Because the amount of money we were making last year under auto pin is no different than the money we're making this year. The prices haven't gone up that much. Let's be fucking honest. Prices haven't gone up that much if they've gone up at all, because we really haven't seen anything from the tariffs yet. People keep talking about, oh, the tariffs. The tariffs haven't really hit us. Like everybody's trying to, oh, the tariffs. No, you won't even see any effects from the tariffs for at least usually a year or, a year or so. So let's be honest. You go to McDonald's, your Big Mac is still $9, and it still was $9 when Auto Pin was president. So it's not that much different. It's just the way people are portraying it now. Oh, the government this, the government that. No, it's not the government. It's these people that are trying to scare people, because they don't like who's in office right now. That's what it boils down to. Because you were able to spend just as much money on hot dogs last year as you can spend the same amount of money on hot dogs this year. But now this year, everybody's like scared to buy the hot dogs because they're being told this, being told that. You know what I'm saying? So exactly, Bobby. It's that fear mongering he was talking about coming from a specific side. What's up, Alamo City Dan? How you doing? Long time no see. You used to be a regular here, bro. But long time no see, bud. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope everything's doing well. Glad to see you back. How you been? Prices haven't gone. Yeah, exactly. You're back? All right. Well, I appreciate you coming back. Thanks. I'm sorry you had to leave in the first place, but I'm glad you're back. Well, that's the problem. The dollar is being devalued because they're wanting to give everything for free, bro. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Everything's for free. They're dropping the dollar's value because they want to give away everything for free. So what's the value of the dollar if you're giving away everything for free? There is no value to it. And unfortunately, with the whole tariff situation, it needed to be done. It needed to be done. We were getting ripped. Let's see. Yeah, well, that's who do you blame? There's been a specific party 12 of the last 16 years that have ran the government. So you got to remember, and the stupid ass wars and shit like that, and that the debt, look at all the debt because we were giving away money to a war that has nothing to do with us. The trillions of dollars that were given away for a war that had nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you're getting a lot of debt from. And we're trying to fix that. And now that Trump's in office, he's trying to get that shit back, the tariffs, trying to get the tariffs so we can get our money back from these fucking countries that have been using us. So I have no problem with that. I'll pay a little bit more for some toothpaste if it means we're getting our fair share. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay a little extra. If it costs me 50 cents more to buy some toothpaste, that this country is making sure they're having to pay their fair share, fucking, I'm cool with that. And most Americans should be. Remember, this country used to run off tariffs. We didn't have income tax. Income tax, taxes was paid. The government ran off tariff money. That was how the country was ran, with tariff money. So we didn't have income tax. It was ran by tariffs. And the fact that fucking Canada doesn't pay their fair share of the military stuff that they're supposed to. I think they are now, because Trump made it, happen that way. All these countries that don't want to pay their fair share into the NATO and shit like that. No. Now they have to pay their fair share. The U.S. isn't paying for their fair share of shit anymore. So. Yeah, exactly, Bobby. Exactly. Yeah, you can remember when you get 12 packages of hot dogs for 10 cents? God damn, bro. When were you, like, I'm not trying to rag on you, Night Watcher, but what the fuck? Were you born in the 1860s? Were you born in the 1860s? What the fuck? I'm 53 years old, and I don't ever remember being able to see hot dogs for 10 cents for 12 packages. I'll never see that. Can you guys talk amongst yourself? I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, shit. I'm back. Yeah. Did I lose a whole bunch of people? Oh, yep. We lost people. Huh. Okay, we're back. Roy is getting. Nah, I just had to go take care of some business. Had to drain the main vein. All about that Pepsi. Yeah, today we got Diet Pepsi. Yeah, tomorrow I'm getting my car fixed. So I got to make sure first thing in the morning. I got to go get the cash for the mechanic. I got to make sure I got all my goods. $700 to fix the car. So, a little dent in the wallet there, but not a huge dent. Love cars, man. Cars cost you a lot too. Let's see, the U.S. has been getting stepped out. Yeah, exactly, Bobby. That's why why is Canada getting to bring their goods in at a 2% tariff rate, but yet Canada is charging us 50% tariff rate? How the fuck is that fair? You know what I'm saying? So now it's their turn they need to pay their fair share. Same with China. Same with all of them. You know? What happened to you? The CV axles, they're both pretty much going out. So I got to replace both CV axles. The parts were $400 for the parts, and then I got a guy. I could do it myself. I just don't fucking want to do it. I really don't feel the need to do it. I could, but I found a mobile mechanic, a very well rated mobile mechanic. It's like $300 for him to come do it. He comes to the house. I ain't got to take it nowhere. They come to the house and fix it. So I just sit there and chill, bullshit, watch him do it. I could do it myself. I have all the tools to do it. I have everything. I just don't feel like fucking doing it. Plus, I just did the brakes last weekend on it. I just did the brakes on it. So I just don't feel like doing it, to be honest with you. I'd rather pay. I'll keep the economy moving, and I'll do my fair share to keep the economy moving because I just don't want to do it. I just don't. Not that I can't. I can do it. It's very easy. It's an easy job, less than an hour per side, but I just don't want to do it. I just don't. Just don't feel like it. So I'll let somebody else do it. I'll help feed his family. Fuck it. I'll do my part to keep his family, help feed his family. But yeah. Well, the parts is I could have ordered the parts online. The parts online, you're probably looking for both front, the driver side and passenger side. Probably could have got them for around $250 if I order them online, but it takes like 5-7 days to get here. And trust me, I drove those motherfuckers till they really can't be driving no more. It's getting to the point where it might be a little bit unsafe. So I'm like, fuck it. And I'm like, I found a mobile mechanic. He's available tomorrow. When I need, when I want it done, he's available to come out and do it. So I'm like, fuck it. So I went to AutoZone because for some reason in Las Vegas, out of all the auto parts store that we have in Las Vegas, it seems like we only have one, which is AutoZone, because you call any other fucking auto parts store, no, we have to order. It's going to take 2 days. Like, what the fuck are you auto parts store? Like the fuck? But AutoZone always seems to be the only one that has anything. So AutoZone, it was like $173 for the driver's side. And then because the bigger, passenger side, it was like $207 or some shit. So yeah, and I could have ordered it cheaper online, but I should have ordered them a while ago before it got to this point. But motherfucker procrastinate. You know how it is. Procrastinate, motherfucker. Plus, it's hard when you order parts online, man, because you don't know what you're getting. And once you tear that car apart, if you're stuck there, it's like, fuck it. You just better off going and getting it. At least AutoZone is right down the road. If it's the wrong one, we can take it down and get the right one, and not where I have to ship it back. And fuck all that. So I'll pay a little extra for that too. At least I got the parts, so I ain't gotta worry about it. But yeah, I found one guy. He wanted like $90 an hour to do both sides. He said an hour per side, $90. I'm like, okay, $180. That's not bad. I did, but fucking don't want to call you back. Don't want to answer you back when you're trying to set up that. Don't want to, fuck that. And they want to do it when they want to do it. Fuck that. I can't. I need it done. So it's like, fuck that. So this guy's available tomorrow. Set it up. Boom. We're good to go. But it's the cars are fucking outrageous, man. That's why I do a lot of the shit by myself, because it's just expensive as shit, Oil change, brake, shit like that, all kinds of other stuff. I can do all that myself. So I save a lot of money that way. But something like this, even though I could have saved the $300 for a few hours of time, I was like, fuck it. I just don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like sitting out in the sun dealing with shit. Let somebody else do it. It's just easier. But let me give some people. We got some. Dan, let me get you. What made you decide to come back, Dan? If you don't mind me asking. Let me get you guys some of your blue status back. Some of you guys. Let me give you your blue statuses. If you don't mind me asking. Let me. Oh, look, I got a commercial. Yeah, got a commercial running. That's right. Got to make my 15 cents for my 12,000 views. Okay, so we're going to Q Blue. So here we'll make you blue. There we go. So Life, you're blue now. Alamo City, Dan, you're blue again. You know the rules though. You guys say blue bitches. That's still part of the rules. You know, no matter how long you've been gone, that's still part of the rules. I'm blue bitches. Delivery freaks. Let's get you blue status. Just gotta say I'm blue bitches. That's part of it. All right, cool. Let's see, bro. I wasn't able to chat in your stream for a while. What do you mean? Did somebody have you blocked or something? Did I block you or something? Fuck, I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, well, I appreciate you coming back. Well, I'm glad you're obviously whatever was wrong, it got fixed because you're here now. So somebody blocked you, yeah. Yeah, I had that one issue where somebody was blocking a shit ton of people, and so I had to like take away everybody's wrench powers, and then I slowly started giving them back because they were doing that shit. So because they were like doing that shit, and I told them not to do it, and somebody was still doing it, probably some butthole in the background, and so I just said fuck it and took away everybody's wrench and started over. So, but nothing's really changed much. Alamo City, Dan. We still talk about whatever. I still ruffle feathers. You know how I am, bro. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Still ornery sometimes. Try to be nice sometimes. I don't try to be mean anymore. So, but yeah, same old shit, different day here. Still working, paying the bills, taking care of moms. You know how it goes, bro. How about yourself, man? How you been? Everybody good? Family? Everybody good? Yeah, I just did this impromptu live because I saw the Pedro video, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, I had to do the Pedro thing because I don't understand it. Oh, yeah, nothing's changed, really, bro. But yeah, so. But once I get once I get them fixed, I might do some gig work on the weekend. I might go out next Saturday, do some fucking gig work, just for the hell of it, just to turn the app on, just to do it. Been good, bro. Just hustling like everybody. Yes, excellent. That's really all you can do nowadays. Just go out there and make your bread and shit. We not too much you can do nowadays. Till we all hit the lottery, we're stuck. And I know a lot of people, they hit the lottery and still do it. So, but yeah, so once I get these fixed, car running, hopefully nothing else breaks in the process of fixing these. It shouldn't. And then maybe do some gig work on next Saturday. Maybe go out, just turn the app on, do like 2 or 3 orders just to see what I'm missing, which is probably nothing much. By as much as everybody still bitches and complains about DoorDash, I probably ain't missing much, to be honest with you. So, be fucking quite honest with you. Did Dan miss the Dino videos? Well, Dan can go back and watch the Dino videos. What happened to the car? I had to fix I'm getting CV shafts fixed. Both CV shafts are going out on the car, so I gotta get those fixed. But the car's running great. Other than that, like I said, I could have got them fixed. I should have got them fixed a long time ago. I've been procrastinating on the shit. You know, pretty much drove until they were just really can't be driven anymore safely. So, I don't know about it. Because the last thing you want is one of those to snap on you. Don't want your CV shaft to snap. That would not be good. Live stream. The last time I did DoorDash, the actual last time I did it, I did live stream it. Someone paid me to do a live stream. So they're like, I'll give you this much money. You got to do this many orders. So I did it. But it'll be cool. Like I said, I haven't done it in a long time. I'm sure nothing's changed. Really. I don't know. Let's see how it looks tonight. Where's my app? There it is. Average wait time on an order is 2 minutes right now. And we're busy. Let's see, where else? Is it busy everywhere else? Yeah, it pretty much looks like all of Vegas is busy right now. So everywhere tends to be pretty busy. So stay busy with lots of offers. It's not the part of the offers. It's, are the offers worth taking? That's the thing. Are they worth it? You know. But so 2 minutes. But all of Vegas is busy. Oh yeah. Yeah, because I'll click on the motherfucker and then it'll go gray, bro. That's how it is. Okay, all right, good to go. I'll click on the motherfucker and then no orders. You know? That's how they get you. They sucker you in. Oh, average order, 2 minutes. And then when you click on the bitch, it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah. Well, they give you orders every 2 minutes. They're only like $2.50 orders, though. Going 6 miles or some shit. And I'm not taking those. Those aren't worth my time. So I got usually a $3 a mile minimum I will take. I think $3 a mile is plenty. So yeah, so yeah, I'm very particular. I want $3 a mile for my deliveries. Because I like the shorter, fast ones. So if it's like a mile for $6, I take those all day long. I like those ones. You know, I can sit there and wait for the $25 order going 5 miles. I'd rather just do the little 1 mile, $6, boom, 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 get it done, get it over with, and back, you know, boom, boom. Yeah. But I'm still activated. Yeah. I haven't been deactivated yet. See where it says very busy? That's the strip. Nobody wants to work the strip. Horrible. Especially right now on a Friday night. Oh. That would be horrible working down there on a Friday night. There's no fucking way. Nope. You've never seen a $3. Well, mine, I use the $3 a mile average. That's what I look for. Yeah. But if it's, but then again, it does depend. Because if it's a good restaurant, I know they're fast. Like there's a couple some McDonald's over here, which are like quick. You go in, boom, order's done, you're out. If it's like $5 for, let's say, 2 miles, I'll do it because I know I'm getting in, I'm getting out fast. But if I have to, I like to get in and out. I don't like to wait. So, but I thought that was a good little review that we did. How long have I been on? Shit, hour and a half. Goddamn. So I'm going to let you guys get back to your lovely evenings, whatever you guys are out here doing. And I'll talk to you guys later. You guys be safe. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Usual live stream tomorrow. Should do it tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. So you guys have a great rest of your night. Appreciate everybody coming in. Dan, Vegas, Jeffrey, everybody else. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. So you guys have a great day. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.